Okay, so let's just forget everything we've been told about love for a second. The grand gestures, the romance novels, all of it. What if real love is actually something way quieter, but infinitely more profound? That's what we're going to explore.
I mean, it's the big one, right? The question we've all asked ourselves at some point. It's in every song, every movie. But the answer we're digging into today, well, it might not be the one you're expecting.
We've all been sold this idea of the cinematic, love-at-first-sight moment. You know the one. Fate swoops in, the music swells, the whole deal. But what if true love isn't found in a lightning bolt? What if it's actually built, very quietly, from 1,000 tiny, seemingly insignificant details?
And that brings us to this one. Simple sentence that just changes everything. To be loved is to be known. Think about that. It suggests that the greatest expression of love isn't just affection, it's a deep, profound, and detailed understanding of who a person truly is. So what does it even mean to be known? Well, it's not about big, dramatic confessions or sharing your deepest, darkest secrets. It's built from the quiet, consistent observation of who a person is day in and day out. At first, these details seem almost mundane, don't they? But they're also incredibly intimate. Knowing someone prefers a specific pen for their Sudoku isn't just a random fact. It's a piece of their unique puzzle. It's noticing the tiny signatures of their personality that most people just don't see. It's kind of like why we sometimes sympathize with villains in movies. The writers will give them one small, humanizing detail, a quiet habit, a secret soft spot, and bam, suddenly we see them as a whole person. This is where real intimacy lives, in seeing and truly appreciating those details in the people we love. Okay, so if love is really about knowing someone this deeply, that kind of messes with our whole idea of fate, doesn't it? It suggests there's something way more powerful at play, and that thing is choice.
A lightning bolt is totally passive. It's something that just happens to you. But choosing someone, actively deciding to learn all their quirks, their flaws, their deepest truths, and then looking at all of it and thinking, yes, you. Now that is romantic. It's not fate taking the wheel, it's you intentionally choosing to love them because you know them.
But here's the thing. This is a two-way street. It sounds wonderful to be truly known, but to get there, you first have to let someone in. And let's be honest, that can be absolutely terrifying.
It requires this incredible act of vulnerability. You have to let them see the messy parts, the things you usually keep hidden away. You have to present your full, complicated self and just hope that they'll treat it with care, hope that they won't leave. It requires a complete and total surrender to trust.
But when that trust pays off, when you truly let someone in and they choose to stay, something incredible happens. This kind of love doesn't just add to your life. It fundamentally changes your entire perception of the world. Think about it this way. A crush is thrilling, right? But it's really just a projection. It's a story we tell ourselves based on very, very little information. As you learn more, as you start to truly know the person, that feeling either dissolves under the weight of reality, or it evolves into real, deep-seated love. Now check out this story. It starts with a classic, super logical reason for a breakup, right? We've all heard it before. We just don't have enough in common. But then, this question gets asked, and it just cuts right through that surface-level problem and gets to the real heart of what's going on. It forces a whole new definition. And this answer just illustrates the point perfectly. The person speaking didn't naturally love history or John Quincy Adams, no way. But she loved someone who did. So she chose to make his interest her own, you see? Love wasn't having the same interest, it was the action of taking an interest. And that is the shift. When you love someone, their world bleeds into yours. You start noticing things they care about. You'll hear a song they like on the radio and you actually listen. You'll see an article about organic farming and you'll think of them. Your field of attention literally expands to include their passions. So at the end of the day, this kind of love isn't just a feeling. It's a daily practice. It's an art form, really. And it's demonstrated not in grand declarations, but in the smallest, quietest actions. Look at these. Each one is like a tiny broadcast that says, I see you, I remember you, I am paying attention. I mean, getting the coffee right isn't about the oat milk. It's about holding a small, specific detail of that person in your mind and then acting on it. And this is so crucial. Loving someone this way is an ongoing process. People aren't static. We're always changing. So it's about holding the memory of everything you know about them, while also staying curious and open to the person they're becoming day after day.
And that leaves us with a final thought. This isn't just a theory, it's a practice. It's something you can actually do. So what small detail could you notice in someone you care about today? What quiet truth could you pay a little extra attention to? Because that, right there, that is where the real magic lies.